I refunded the money to Mr. Mayo. And I really thank him. I know he might never watch this video, but may God bless him. Yeah, aliniokolea wakati nilikuwa na shida. So I went back to that place and I was like, well, now this is a problem. Now I continued staying with this lady. We were okay. Yeah, we had a good relationship. That is what I know. But the house help was the one who was having issues. She was a day house help. She would come in the morning, leave in the evening. Yeah. Or maybe she wanted to do stuff that she didn't want. But I wasn't even there. I wasn't even around in the house. I don't know why there was all this drama. So we continued. That was in November. And this lady, that lecturer, apparently she would go and tell people, oh, msana ana mali ya kuishi, mumsaidie nini nini. This one who pulled my suitcase out. But God has a way of connecting people now. Hey, my joy has come. Hey, joy comes in the morning. Now when he was talking like that, there is this lady at the customer relations officer. At the reception. She was also staying at a friend's place. I think a family friend's place, something like that. She had not found her place yet. So, but she was looking for a place. So when she was talking like that, word reached her. Or maybe she talked to her and she was like, how she's talking, that is not fair. So this lady, we were talking, she was like, where are you staying? And I was like, no, I'm looking for a place. She was like, how much would you be able to get? And I knew how much I'll be able to get. The same money that I told my dad he would be sending me. So we talked even shopping. We talked about how we can go about it. Yeah. And we agreed in January we can move and start staying together. And I thank God that is how my life started to turn. Now, I went for graduation. Now it was already in December 5th. We went for graduation. I graduated. I went home for a little bit. Then we resumed in January. So I went at this lady's place. I told her, now I'm moving out. I found a place. We had to buy a mattress kadogo kana kaulimi hivi. And I carried my gas. I carried my small cooker from home. We went and started life together with this lady. And the lady was nice to me. And to that, she's a very, very good friend to me, Edna Koech. May God bless you. She has a golden heart. She has a good heart. Aki sijui kama pesa nilikuwa nampea hata nilikuwa maybe namfinya. Yeah, rent, because we weren't supposed to pay electricity, we were supposed to pay water. And the landlady was very understanding. And they usually say don't burn bridges. The landlady was very understanding. And this landlady, she came through for me. I had a uko mbele, character development. My life hapo katikati kuliniumania. Yeah. And this lady came through for me again. Yeah, recently, not recently, like I think 2 years ago, she came through for me. So this lady, Edna, we stayed with her. And from there, we started being friends and we're good friends till death. And so that's how I was a refugee. In my humble beginnings, I was a refugee. And I continued being at Halifax till my internship was supposed to end in March. But due to some issues here and there, not issues, but I felt my time, I wanted to do something else. So I wrote a letter to my supervisor that he would release me before I finished my internship. So I finished my internship like that. So I had a great learning experience and I'll still stay with Edna. So I went back home. Yeah, I went back home. So in the next video, I'll tell you about now my first hustle that at least I got salary and nililipwa. Now that I've finished my internship. I thought that I would get a job. They didn't retain me. But still I was going for interviews whenever they would called for interviews, I would go for interviews. But still, Edna tried. Now that I went home and was like, no, I need to do something. And she knew going home and just being at home without doing anything, it wasn't a good thing. So she talked to another lecturer who had an IT shop in Eldoret, and he had connections to another lady. So in the next video, I will tell you about my experience in that job. So why am I talking about my humble beginnings through my volunteering and my attachment? It's because these things do happen, and sometimes one can get frustrated. And I told myself, if whenever I get a chance to host someone, I will never ever mistreat them. Even if I cannot host you at my place, I look for a place where it's comfortable for you, yeah, for you to stay. And I told myself, I can, so long as you're a good person, I can host you, because I know there are people that you can host them, and whatever they can do to you, man, this world, this world, kuna watu na viatu. That is true. Because growing up, I know my parents, they covered us. Like, we thought that everybody is a good person. But even to that, even my mother-in-law, that thing, she usually repeats, and she says it every time. Usifikirie watu ni wazuri huku nje. Not everybody is a good person. Yeah. But anyway, when you host someone, there is a slogan, there is something that I've always believed in. Always do the right thing, and the right things will follow you. If in your conscience you feel like, let me do this, it's the right thing to do, without any malice, and you do it with one heart, the right things will always follow you. So during my process, I felt like I did not do anything wrong, but you see, there were challenges. Yeah, and during those challenges, they made me stronger. Would I have chosen to go back home? Yes. In my home, is there food, shelter, everything? Yes. Yeah. We are not rich, but I come from an average family where we do not lack. I'll be okay. But I chose to keep fighting. I chose to keep like I wanted just to grow, and I didn't want to. I don't know what I was thinking, but I knew when I go home, maybe I wouldn't grow. I wanted to grow by myself. You see. Yeah, so during my journey, I knew that is what has happened. I knew this series, they have been long. The series might have been, these are 5 series, yeah? There are 5 series. Yeah, 5 series. And the journey has been a long journey. A long and a good journey during that period. But still, look on mbele pia, nilichapa character development in those working places that pia wacha tutaendelea. I will even talk about my story now that this segment is about my humble beginnings, my work experience, because I want this video to be an informative video. So what have we learned from this short, this story that I've said in the previous segments? It's about just being a good person, you know. Yeah, but it's good never to lose hope. When I look back, I know where I've come from, and I do not despise humble beginnings. And it also helps me to really appreciate where I come from. Sometimes our life can be difficult, but it helps me to appreciate where I've come from. Yeah, you know, you can whine, but when you remember where you come from, you tell God, thank you. It has been a journey. So guys, that is about my volunteering and my attachment story. The challenges, did I learn from my workplaces? I learned. Do I have the experience? I have the experience. But alongside all that, I was going through some challenges. You know, when you're at work, treat people well, because you don't know. Because, you know, I wouldn't go to work and be like, hey, you know, guys, I'm homeless. Please treat me well. If somebody would just treat me the way they want to treat you, I'll just keep quiet. But I was going through some challenges kidogo kidogo before I started staying with my good friend Edna. And I really thank God that God put her through. I would, hey manze, in that our bed sitter, I had a very tiny mattress. I would sleep, and I would sleep peacefully, knowing that I'm at my our personal space, and I didn't have any stress or any pressure. So that's it, guys. So next, in the next video, I will talk about my first hustle. Yep, my first job. My first job that I was got paid. Now, at least now I wouldn't ask my dad for the money. Now I started getting some small salary. So thanks a lot, guys. Um, I know it has been like 5 series. And I thank you for watching to this far. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate your support. And this segment is called Light Conversations, where we do have light conversations. Till next time, bye bye.